Hello there, welcome to new video in machine learning. Today we are going to see ROC curve as well as AUC curve, area under the curve, and a receive operating characteristics curve. We are going to see these two topics and what are the importance about it. The ROC curve is nothing but a graphical representation of our classification model performance. It plot to positive rate as well as false positive rate, which is the concept of our confusion matrix. If you haven't gone through my playlist, please go through that one. There is a confusion matrix video which is available, and also I'll add in my what you call list as well as my comment that I'll put confusion matrix. Please go through it. Here also I'll explain you there is a confusion matrix. We have got actual and predicted values, correct? And this is actual positive and this predicted positive, actual negative, sorry, predicted negative, actual negative. There is true positive, true negative, false positive, false negative. Okay. And what is TPR, or we call it as a recall, or we call it as sensitive, which is a part of our confusion matrix, which is also confusion matrix. What is that? TP by actual S. TP by actual S. That is TPFN, correct? Or we can get TP by actual S. Let's take example. This TP will follow here TP plus FN. And what is FPR? FPR is nothing but FP by FP plus TN. This we got it. Okay. This is what our ROC curve will say it. ROC curve will use the graphical representation of classification model. These are its formula. It gives the concept of true positive rate and false positive rate. And why we are using it, I'll show you in the next slide. It also gives you the concept of threshold. What do you mean by threshold? Let's take an example. If you have a logistic regression, we have got values about this is 1, 1, and 1. And if I plot the graph, probably it will take like this, correct? 0 to 1. That is my logistic regression plan. But we don't know what is our threshold values. Now, if suppose if you go for any what do you call medical representative or medical test, then the values are ranged between 0.5 to 0.12. Like take example of your creatine values, it's 1.7 to 0.12. That is our threshold value, whereas here it's 0 to 1. I don't know what is the threshold values. So now that's if I fall in this one, my kidneys are very good. If I below that man, below this one, my kidneys are very weak. If I fall above this one, my kidneys are need to take care of this one. This is what my threshold value. It has to fall this one. And who decide that? That's a doctor or a representative will decide that one. In many cases, some other labs will have creatine values from 0.6 to 0.14, something like that. So it's just an logistic regression. We need to value the threshold. We can play with the threshold provided we must show the graph. We have to show the graph, then only we can able to go through this threshold. And the only way a domain expert, that's what I told you, domain expert, it's just a doctor which can able to tell you on the formula what they are using in the threshold value, they can able to decide. And the help of TPR, true positive rate and false positive, they can able to explain us through what we are going to see. So in this video, we are going to solve a problem. We are going to see all those things. That is what ROC and AUC curve. Now let's take an example and we will see it values. Now I have got our actual values 1, 0, 1, 1, 1 and my predicted values are 0.8, 0.56, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, 0.7. Right? And I have taken my threshold value 0, 0.2, 0.3, 0.6, which is already there in the table. And let's take example. Greater or equal to threshold is equal to 1. Point to be remember. Once again, I repeat greater or equal to threshold is equal to 1. What is TPR? True positive, FN. False positive are fall positive, true negative. So what is true positive? Actual one, predicted one. We leave that one. Now let's take example. I have taken my threshold value 0. Threshold value 0. It is above 0, 1, 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 above 0, 1. So all are 1 as they are belong to that one. So all becomes 1. So my threshold value, I have taken 0 and I have represented y1 and I all become 1. What is TP? Then we have to calculate this one, TPR and FPR. What is TPR? True positive, FN. What is TP? Actual one, predicted one. Actual one, predicted one. 1. Actual, no, it's not there. Actual one, predicted one. 2. Actual one, predicted one. 3. Actual one, predicted one. 4. That's what I have given for Y1. 4 by 4. What is FN? Actual one, predicted 0. Actual one, predicted 0. Actual one, all are 0. So it's both 4 by 4 is equal to 1. Then we go for what? FPR. FPR is nothing but FP, FPT, and FP is actual is equal to 0, predicted 1. Actual is equal to 0, predicted 1. There is 1. Actual is equal to 0, predicted 1. That I have got 2 by 2. Then what is Tn? Actual is equal to 0, predicted is equal to 0. Actual is equal to 0, predicted is equal to 1. Actually, so it's null. 2 by 2, 1. So my threshold, if I give 0, all true, all are 1. True positive 1 and false positive is 1. Now let's move on to point 2. Let's move on to point 2. So 0.8 is greater than 1. Do remember 0.56 is greater than 1. 0.4 is greater than 1. 0.3 is greater than 1. 0.2 is equal to 1. Greater or equal to threshold, we represent 1. We have represented 1. 0.71. So for 0.2 also I am getting 1. Do remember? So 0.1 TPR and FPR 1 1. For 0.2 is TPR F1 is 1. Now let's take it as 0.3. 0.3. This is 1. Yes. 5.6 greater than 0.5. 0.3 greater than 0.3. 0.3. It should be how? It should be 1. Let's take an example. This should be 1 because I have taken 0.3. So this should be 1. Or if I have taken 0.4, let me make out to 0.4, then this becomes 0, this becomes 0, that's become 1. Correct? Now this becomes 0.4. Remember, this becomes 0.4. So it's all good. So it's 0. No, remember. So what is this? It's 0.4. So 3 plus 3 plus 1 is 3 by 4, 0.7. And this is 1 plus 1, this is 0.5. Correct? Why? Because how we have got 3? That is 3. What is 3? True positive. What is 3? True. Actual 1, predicted 1. Actual 1, predicted 1. Actual 1, predicted 1. Actual 1, predicted 1. So I've got 3. This is 3. 3. And what is, what is FP? FN? Actual 1, predicted 0. Actual 1, predicted 0. Where it is? Actual 1, predicted 0. Actual 1, predicted is 0. So we have got this value, 0.5. This is 0.7 and this is also 0.5. Let's go to point. This is 6.6. 0.6. This becomes 1. This becomes 0. And is less than 0.6. This becomes 0. This becomes 0. This becomes 0. That's greater than 1. That's become 1. So what is TP? Actual 1, predicted 1. 1, 1. Then it's 2. We have got 2. Yes. 2, 2. Then what is FN? FN is actual 1, predicted 0. Actual 1 and predicted 0. Actual 1, predicted 0. Actual, that's 1. I have got actual 1, predicted 0. That's 2. I have got actual 1. That's 2. I've got 2. That's 2. 2 by 4. That's 0.5. And here also I've got 0.4. So this is what the same formula TP, TP and this one. Now let's take a graph. We have derive a graph that is 0, 0 and I have taken 1 here maximum here I taken as 1 and this is 1. On my y-axis I have taken TPR, on my x-axis I have taken FPR. Now the first point, when it is 0 0, what is the point I have got? 0 0, it's 1. So it's 1. Same point. Okay, 0 0, I have got 1. On point 2, I have got 1 also. 1. Let's take example for point 2, both are 1. So I have taken 1. So point 4, what this should be point 4. What I have got 0.75, it should be here, and this is 0.5. My graph is here 0.5, and then 0.6, 0.5, and 0.5. Now, if let's take a, I'll just change the color. Oh, sorry, I'll change the color of this one. We will take it yellow. You can able to see it. I have, let's take a drawn a line, one line, straight line which goes up. We are not bothered. I'll tell you why I have taken it. And this is my points which I join the points, that is 0, 0.2, 0.2, 0.75, 0.6, and 0.0. And the part below this line, this part is called your AOC, area under curve. Area under curve, correct? The more AOC, the better, because area under curve, the more you have, it's very good. So do remember, how do you got that AOC? With the graph. So I just told you about here also, which can be able to help with the help of a graph. So I got this one, AOC. Now let's take an example. We haven't decided about what is ROC. Now let's take an example. It depends upon what ROC. It also depends upon your domain expert. What do you mean by domain expert? He want all the true positive, means all true positive. There is only all true positive and negative. That is, I've got this point, point 1. Now, if he says only true positive, 0 is the one. And if he says I want true positive and false positive, I can go with 0.2 also. Or if he want a little bit of true positive or more true positive, less true negative, I can go for this point, 0.3. So it's all depends upon your domain expert to decide what is my threshold point. The more he want, that is it. Let's take an example. If you want my creatine 11.7 to 0.13 or 0.14, all good. If I make it this to 0.5, many, and 0.6, many number of patients will be cured. If I reduce this a 0.8 and if I reduce 0.2, many patients will has to get cured. So this all depends upon your true positive and true negative. The threshold of ROC, it depends upon domain expert, that has to be. But what fall below the threshold, we call it as AUC. And how do you calculate AUC? With the help of this one, true positive and true positive, that I have taken an example and I have explained you. I have already told you this is what actual values and predicted, and we have calculated with this formula, correct? And why it is ROC curve is used for threshold values. So you have to decide the threshold values. Now let's take a problem. I have got this one, program. I've got a MATLAB and dataset classification, import, train and split data, and we are going for logistic regression. What is logistic one? 0 and 1. Correct? 0 or 1. Correct? And we are also going for ROC work. And we are taking 100 sample, we are taking 10 futures, and we are classing into positive and negative with random test of 42. The split, then we are going to do split of 30 and 70. Train binary logistic regression, the same thing what we have called here. That formula will be used, and splitting the data, train and y, because we have already split the data, we'll get this one. And what we are going to do, 0 on 1 prediction or any one class. You want both. If I bought 0 or 1, I'll get both. If I want this, any one class we are going. Then what we are going to do, FPTP threshold, we are calculating FPTPR with the help of ROC curve. And then ROC curve, we are going to plot it. Step 1 is what we are going to plot. plot 11.101 thing and this one. So these are my threshold values which we have taken it. Okay, ROC low, right, and everything. Now let's go to program and see what are the things which we are able to say it. I'll just go to this program, correct? The same program, import, logistic regression, and everything ROC curve. I just told you we have taken 100 samples, and then we are moving out with the testing data and training data. Then we are going for logistic regression and this one. Then we are going for a scoring model. I have just told you about what is we haven't decided for only one class we are going to do. Then we are going to plot this one, correct? And what we have got, this graph. This is our ROC curve. This is whatever this behind this one is line, we call it as this one, correct? ROC curve. It has only given ROC curve. We haven't decided with ROC for this one, correct? Only ROC curve. And we haven't gone for AUC. AUC curve, AUC curve, it's defined here what is able to see it, correct? AUC curve is this point. And what we know, the closer, let me go to the review point, and the close TPR, the close TPR, the close TPR on your left, the more we have, it's good, our model is good. If it is very close to your TPR, the model is very good. The more we have AOC curve, the model is very good. Do remember it. So the more we have AOC, the model is good. The less we have got the graph or points which less than 2 TPR, the model is good. So this is how you calculate all those things. I hope you like the video or the explanation. If you like it, please do like the button and do subscribe my channel. Thank you.